And we're hot.
Back in the studio.
Back in the studio. We've pissed around here a little bit. The sun's got down, so it's not in your eyes. You can see the water out there.
I'm kind of surprised there's not more people on the water, even though it's Wednesday, but I'm seeing a lot of traffic come down.
I passed several boats and sea-doos, so they're all coming in. I've been hearing fireworks all week.
Yeah.
Everybody, if you don't know this, we're recording this on the, what is today?
July 2nd.
July 2nd. So the 4th of July will be coming up. This will probably come out the Monday after the 4th.
Be July the 7th?
7th, yeah. It'll probably come out then. But we're going to talk 4th of July. I don't know. It's just a general chit-chat. We've had on some real good guests here lately, and we thought we'd just pop in here and kind of catch you up on what we've been up to.
More good guests to come.
Oh yeah, we got a couple of real good ones coming up, so stay tuned. But yeah, I just wanted to put together one real quick. I was listening to the Talk About It guys. They flew out to
that was crazy,
Texas.
man. Yeah.
Did you listen to the Collar podcast?
I hadn't got to yet.
Okay,
I've got it loaded
here's
up.
the deal. Apparently, Nicholas was laying in his bed and couldn't sleep, and got on the internet and figured out they could fly out there, do the contest, and fly back the same day. That's what got it all started. So I think they all got up like 1 o'clock in the morning, drove to Atlanta, got on the plane, flew into Dallas, went in. Apparently, Dallas is a huge airport.
Oh, yeah.
So the rental car place, it's not like a normal airport where you just walk down to where your baggage is and there's rental cars. They have to take a shuttle. And anyway, they got delayed somehow. Actually, they held the contest. They was 30 minutes late, and they held starting the contest 30 minutes for them. They didn't know any of them. I mean, you should hear it. They're very appreciative. It was pretty cool. I'm going to tell you what. Of course, Nick won his division. He actually got in a Hooters. I don't know what they call it. The hooting.
Owl competition.
And he finished 5th out of 5.
That's good.
Oh, man, he's top 5, baby.
Hey,
but I mean, hey, more power to him. Once I get my call, if Mr. Harrison will ever get it done, I'm almost to a point of saying, screw it. I found 2 on the internet I could bought. This Harrison's, but I mean, he keeps saying he's going to do it, but he don't do it. I've had it ordered since when? March.
Somewhere.
I knew I wouldn't get it during turkey season, but we're in July. April. So, I mean, so if you're listening out there, I need my owl hooter.
It'd be practicing.
Heck yeah. So, I mean, anyway, I'm just happy to see blue skies and white puffy clouds. And I mean, it has rained. You said it rained at your house last night or something.
It come down in sheets. I mean, it was from about 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. solid rain, and then a light rain till after midnight.
Well,
30 minutes from here. So
which messes up your work. Oh, I meant to tell you, I got you a gift right there. Why don't you take a look at that? I want you to carry that home and put it on your dresser. Wait a minute, I'll get it for you. We'll do this live on air. My dad gave me this today. I thought of you.
I thought it was your new passport.
No, I've already got that.
I seen the CVS. Oh, so it didn't take them 6 weeks.
No, I've done got it. Uh-oh, I'm trapped. Hold on, people. There we go. I'm trapped. No, it all came in. I'm good to go. I can go back to Canada. My dad gave me this, and I thought, man, who needs this? I thought Dustin needs this. He needs this. Put on these.
Man, it looks a lot like Christian, though, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. I was 10.5 in that picture.
10.5.
Look at that little. It's kind of gay looking though. My head cocked to the side. My bangs. Look at that. Look at that hair.
Those curtain bangs.
Yeah, I know. That's back before the old part down the middle and wings and.
Oh, the wings.
Oh, wings. Oh, yeah, I had them. I had me a little Alex, the board
mullet.
going for a while. Man. Yeah, he just thinks he's got a mullet. He don't know what a mullet. My brother was king of the mullets. But he's outgrew that too. Well, no. He's got his mullet back. Tim has a mullet.
You never know about Tim. He's the...
You know, he was doing the shots.
Yeah.
He got down under 200 pounds and he quit because it was messing with his blood pressure medicine. Poof. He's back up 220 and rising. And I talked to him and Mark Saturday. We'll get into that. Anyway, I saw him Saturday and I told him, I said, we want you two in the studio and we're going to talk 80s crap that went on. I said, we won't talk too much illegal hunting stuff. There's a lot of stuff went on. We'll talk Trafford Warrior.
When's the big fishing trip? Is it going to happen this year?
I don't know if it's going to happen or not.
It's kind of falling apart.
It's falling apart. I may wait till cooler weather, maybe carry him down in October or something.
Time has went by quick.
Well, we hunted till June.
That's true.
We missed all the spring and early summer.
Well, I just been waiting for y'all to do your wading trip.
Well, the water ain't went down.
Right, and
we've got the worms.
I need to see.
Worms are put. You want to go with us?
I might just to video Tim.
I told him the other day. He said, y'all got to get y'all a couple of those tubes. If y'all don't know, my brother has bought him one of these tubes you float in.
Fish out of.
Yeah, got him a floating cooler so he can carry his beer. He bought him some flippers. Now, he's gonna look like this skinned out frog walking up through there. Listen, most of this river is knee deep, and I'm going, what are you gonna do when you float while we're walking? There's no places. Well, there's a place he's wanting to go that's over his head. This is the whole river. It's a mile up there. I said, what are you gonna do with that thing? Well, I'm gonna just tote it. Or I said, around you like a donut. I said, what about you flippers? I'll take them off. I said, but you can't walk on them rocks and them little old snaily shells. I don't know if you know the river snails. I said, your feet will be cut up. I carried me some shoes. I said, this just sounds like too much trouble. I said, I'd rather drag my kayak behind me. And if I want to hit deep water, I'll get in it and paddle up that long hole. This is a long hole. He's just dying to get in. I know there's fish in it. I've done got my quills ready. Everything's ready. Actually, it does need to be documented. Nobody fishes catfish the way we fish for them. You'd learn a crow secret.
Let me learn you something.
You would listen. Nobody fishes this way.
Did you see where the guy was fishing in his kayak? You got talking about kayak and fishing up in Madison on Tennessee River and hung that gator last weekend.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, I had a mouthful of I'm not working tomorrow, people, so I may fix me a little drinky drink,
little
brown water.
Early celebration, celebration.
Tomorrow is the early prep for Saturday. I'll be getting out the slushy machine and getting it set up, getting ready to make the mix, seeing what all I got. Might have to make a run to the old state store and go find some Hawaiian punch if we got, I don't know. And I may mix up a little batch tomorrow. I don't know. It ain't going to go nowhere.
No.
I used to throw some good ones. Man, if we'd had that machine back in the day.
Oh.
Hey.
You could have charged
down at the other place. I think I told you about that. We had so many people showed up. We had the roadblock. Nobody could get in this way. County showed up. You might have been working back then, but they anyway showed up. I thought they were going to bust our party. That it was just, you need to move your cars out of the road. Y'all blocking the road. You can't park on both sides of one lane road. You couldn't squeeze through. Only a moped could have got through there. And I'm looking around. We had, I think Annette, that's my office wife. She said she counted 48 people there that day. And there was teenage boys because we had a bunch of teenage girls. Annette's had 2 daughters and my buddy Steve had a daughter and they were all real pretty. But I looked around and there was 2 boys in my beer cooler. I had a big 148 quart cooler out there. And I said, who are you? And why are you getting my beer? Because I knew he couldn't be old enough. Oh, I'm so-and-so. I said, who are you with? And he pointed to the other guy, and I said, well, I don't know who the hell he is. So we had to we had to take stock real quick, but it was a blowout. It was one of them that lasted about 2.5 days. So Memorial Day would be that way. We'd start on Saturday, finish on Monday. That was back when I could do it. I can't do it no more.
20 is a pretty good sized crowd now.
I think there'll be about 20 here this weekend. Somewhere in there. I mean, I figure everybody that said they're coming will bring somebody with them.
Absolutely.
And I know you said you're coming. I think Laura says she's coming. Grace says she's coming. So I know, you and Laura will be here. Grace will probably bring one of her little friend. Is that her cousin, the little short girl that she's running around with all the time that I see?
Yeah.
Okay. I figured she said something about bringing her. I don't know if she will or not. And then if Hunter and his girlfriend shows up, Anyway, I don't know. I got to get with Tony. I got to get him to bring his little slushy machine so we can have the children's slushies. I'll just mix it.
I noticed my daughter requested that.
I know. Yeah, she did. Well, I don't want her in the other.
She's a pre-alcoholic.
I mean, I caught a young one in at one time. I mean, he didn't know. He just thought it was a regular slushie. He didn't know it was adult slushies.
Hunter ain't never wanted to try nothing but Grace. She's like,
oh,
can I try
think
that?
You better watch.
Oh, I told you.
You're going to have to watch her.
Yeah.
I mean, as time goes on.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's going to take me and you both.
And
I mean, you're going to have to say, you're going to have to put a tracker on her, and I'm going to have to be allowed to track her too. That way, when she gets out of your reach, I can cut her off in Coleman.
Well, there'll be air tags hid, and
yeah.
I just bought that new thermal scope. I've got night vision goggles. We'll be
you hear
able to
that, boys?
Keep wraps.
You hear that, boys? She'll be a catch, but you could die in the process. So
that's where they're at right now.
Where are they at?
My little niece.
Oh,
they're in the Dominican Republic on vacation. They'll be back tomorrow.
Well, I looked at I'm not going. I just can't go down there. I thought about going there. I looked at. They got some heck of good packages and prices right now.
Yeah.
If you could ever get your kids raised where we could actually take a 4-person trip. Yeah. I mean, so it was, if I thought you and Laura would have took off and went with us to Panama City at the end of the month, I would have found a 3-bedroom.
Boy, it's
but
hard.
I know you got to find, Grace is always gone somewhere though.
Yeah. It's always hard to get Laura to go anywhere because of this new job.
Well, you know what?
But soon she's going to have to.
Did she not keep her vacation time?
Yes.
Well, then she can go.
Yeah, and she doesn't get paid for it if she don't use it.
She can dang go.
I know.
She can start going. Hear that? And she don't listen anyway. She's like Rebecca. They don't listen. We can say and do whatever we want. I rule the roost around my house, by God. Nobody tells Anthony what to do. But anyway, you had anything going on? Heard anything on your guns?
Nothing on my guns. Went over to Mississippi yesterday, seen a few hens going over there and back. Had to go over there and look at some power lines to bid out.
I shot my gun.
Yeah, you sent me some pictures.
Yeah. I mean, it's doing it. I could not believe how off that gun was.
18 inches.
18 inches high.
That's a bunch.
I thought I'd be smart. I was just going to staple the target to that sawhorse, not carry that big old piece of cardboard up there. I shot, and there was one pellet. One pellet. I set it at 30 yards. I'm thinking I'm not going to have to do nothing, Everybody keeps saying, oh, shotgun barrel, you'll be right there on it. No. I shot a bird shot. I said, well, maybe it's the bird shot. Then I put in the $10 round. Same thing, maybe 2 pellets. I said, there's something. Hey, I didn't see no weeds. I done bush hog. So then I went down there and got the cardboard, set it up, and I put the target at the bottom of the cardboard. And when I shot, it was 1.5 feet above it. I mean, boy, put the pattern to it. I said, well, let's pull this thing back to 20 yards and let's just start all over. And I probably shot 3/4 of a box of bird shot. Just in between everything, getting it all where I thought it would be. And I got it out to, what'd I tell you, 40?
Yeah.
I think it was 40, and it was shooting a little low left. And I said, you know what? My shoulder's hurting. That'll be good enough until I decide I'm going hunting. If me and you did what we was just talking about doing earlier about a fall hunt, I might have to get back up there and fine tune it. and go ahead and get it. I'm going to set it back at 35, and I'm going to knock the center out at 35, and then I'm going to let her fly from there. I'll shoot it at 20. You would think it should be okay. And if it was a little low left, it still may be a tad low. I don't know. We'll see. I'm aiming at the wattles anyway. I'm not aiming at the head, so that gives you some room in between. So, and I do want to get it up to Iron Horse and get that trigger job done. Go ahead and get that. I've got 2 barrels. He's got to dip that barrel. And I'm going to carry I got a full choke barrel from my Daddy. Did I tell you Daddy pulled that barrel out?
Yeah, you did.
He just pulled it out of the closet. I didn't even know he had it. Yeah, you made this one to go with that shotgun. Hot dog. I need to dip it.
Yeah. Now that is one thing I did. I did get me a good dove choke.
Oh, did you?
For my whatever I bought last year. I'm sitting here trying to think.
See, folks, when you got so much money, you buy guns, you can't even keep up with what you bought.
Can't think of the brand. It's a 30 Stoker. That Stoker 30-20 I bought for dove season and squirrel hunt with. But I didn't have time to do a whole lot of checking chokes and all that. So this year I just bought me a dove choke for it.
I mean, I'm just shooting an improved cylinder or a modified. I guess it's modified. What is it? You got improved, modified, and full, right?
Yeah.
That's how. So this old 20 gauge 1100 I've got that I found out is built on a 12 gauge frame. We found that out over stocks. And so I don't have a improved barrel. I've got a modified. And a full. Because Dad used to knock them. I mean, he could knock them things out. It looked like chimney sweeps flying over. He could just bust them. And I believe he was shooting just the improved. I don't think he was shooting the full. Because full's tight. I'm going to turkey hunt with it. I'm going to pull that thing out.
I went with kind of middle of the road. I think it's called slightly modified is what it's called. And it's supposed to be a little.
So it's kind of headed toward the improved side. Yeah.
Because the other one, the numbers on it wasn't much less restriction than or constriction than our turkey chokes. And I thought that'd be way too tight. So I went with the slightly.
I should have looked at the choke when I was down in Argentina on that. I should have seen what kind of chokes they had in there. I should have had him pull that out.
Those Benelli's.
Because I'm going to tell you what, I shot one at probably 25 feet that it liquefied. It disappeared. Wow. I've never shot a bird that just vaporized. I'm telling you, it was gone. And that's something we need to, we're getting into that time of the year. I mean, we need to be lining up if we're going to do a dove hunt. You got your buddy. I know I got that at Tony Goes To.
And we've possibly, Joe that we had on the podcast, they have a good one.
Maybe we can get an invite.
Joe said that he's going to see who's coming because he wouldn't mind us being there. So he's going to see. They've only got a certain amount of slots.
Sure. So
I tell myself, well, thanks for, thinking
at least
of
thinking
us
of us. Yeah. Heck yeah. Will he be at the deer show, you think? We'll see. Yeah, I know. He's going to be right there in that middle aisle, middle ways down.
Yep. We'll button hook and we'll talk to Joe.
I'd like to have his bosses on the podcast one. I bet he could line that up. I heard them on a Fistful of Dirt podcast. I mean, we're not Strickland or anybody.
We got room for him.
But I'll tell you what, we've had several very prominent people on here already. One of these days, we'll finally drop down to where we'll have to use somebody like Cuz. I mean, I don't know if he listens. This would be the one he listens to. If you listening, Cuz, that was just a joke.
Yeah.
I know I'm talking a lot tonight, but it's just me and Dustin, so, we can talk.
And it's Independence Day.
It's independent. So, anyway, I shot my gun. I'm pleased. It's a 20-inch barrel. I measured it, so it's 20, and then you got your choke going to be on it. So, I didn't cut it 18. Probably should have had it cut 18 with that 2-inch choke that sticks out on there. But anyway, it's still.
Haven't heard nor seen mine, but it's supposed to be 18 and a half.
Well, we're going to go. I mean, I'm going to,
He's open on Saturday, too. So
he won't be open this weekend.
No, but we might roll up on Saturday.
Yeah.
I just thought any time now they might call and I can take my 2 rifles and you take your 2 barrels.
Well, I went out Me and my brother went down to my property in Dallas County this weekend. It was hot. We both had our guns. We just knew we was going to see rattlesnakes. I didn't see the first snake. Tell you something cool. I haven't even told you this. Sunday morning, we didn't get that in there till late Saturday, so I got one field kind of bush hogged and, had everything we just left everything up there and came back. Had a sandwich. It was 8 o'clock when we got done, 8:30 nearly. 9 o'clock by the time we took a shower, so we couldn't go eat. Everything's closed. But Sunday morning we get up, and about 6:30 we head up there, and we get about halfway down the road, a couple miles up the road, about halfway to the property, and this rabbit shoots out. Like there's rabbits all up and down this road. Right behind it, bobcat. Was that me? I bet that was me. If y'all heard that, I didn't put my phone on silent. But this bobcat apparently was watching this rabbit in the bushes, and our truck spooked the rabbit. He shot out across the road, and that bobcat come out after him, took off about 20, 30 feet up the road. If I'd had a dash cam, I'd have had it. I've never seen that before. Big old bobcat.
I thought y'all might have gunned it down.
No, we didn't have nothing. I mean, we had our pistols on, but I'm driving. He's over there talking. For a quiet guy, he talks a lot. And he talks to himself a lot, too. I'm finding out.
He wasn't raised in Winston County way to get out and hold on. That mirror's for a prop.
Well, no. He didn't have the old Carl Ray. What the hook? You reject? So, anyway, we get up there and get all the fields, bush hop. Man, they were bad.
I knew they was going to be thick.
But that first field, I'm telling you, I was so, you just don't know. I stopped the tractor and called him to come over and look. When I got to looking and I saw all that clover, this stuff, all the I guess there's rye in it and the wheat and everything that's in that blend had grew up waist high and then died and fell down. So I'm assuming it must have formed a little biosphere over and kept that moisture in there. And when I bush hogged over it, just a carpet of clover. Now it wasn't solid. I'm torn, and maybe I'll get some advice from you. Maybe some of y'all can give me some advice. What do I need to do? Am I going to disc this field in this fall?
I think you're going to straight disc it. Turn your disc straight and light disc it and overcast over it. Yeah. And I think this time maybe, Well,
the key to clover I found is you mow it. You got to keep them blooms mowed off of it.
Yep.
So I may have to go back down there and mow it again.
Yeah. But I mean, that's kind of my plan on, because I went with that 5-year clover, and my plan is to straight disc and broadcast over top of it.
What are you going to put in it?
Just a mix.
Nebraska or something?
Just a blend, because from what I've been studying, especially with the green fields being as small as I got, and, we can't open them up anymore because it's timber company, but there's such a big amount of deer that they said if you'll overcast, straighten them, and just overseed them, that stuff, when it's coming up, it takes pressure off the clover and allows the clover to come on.
Well, see, I'm going to go down in another couple of weeks. I'm going to get a pallet of pelletized lime.
Yeah.
But I need the number. What did they tell you, fertilizer? 02222?
0-12-12.
12-12. I knew it was something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get with him.
0 nitrogen.
Yeah. I'm going to get with him, and I'm going to put that ton of lime on that field. And I'll probably put 750, whatever I got left, and do that small field. But because that's the only field I put clover on. Right. I put my leftover clover, and I put that. Well, you gave me a couple pounds probably,
and I've got 5 more.
Yeah, but right now, I couldn't believe it. It's a carpet out there. It's not full. It's a whole acre, and it's not full. But anyway, I want to get as much rain as we had. What I was getting at, I think that dome of weeds over the top. Now I know why them deer kept funneling through there. I guess it's getting down in there eating that clover. Tons of them old summer cedars. I don't know their real name. That's what we always grew up calling them. So I got them mowed down. My other 2 fields that had no clover in it, when I mowed them, they're dead. They're dead to the ground. I mean, there's nothing but them old summer cedars and a couple of old briars and stuff, what normally pops up. But this field, it was green underneath it
and they've been in it.
Oh, yeah. Listen, we got done. And Sunday morning, I got up. I bush hogged around. I used my bush hog like a mower and mowed the camp. Then we loaded up and come home. And I got to work Tuesday. We come home Monday morning. I got to work Tuesday. The first time the camera checked in, 2 big old gobblers. 2 big gobblers. I got a salt lick. I shouldn't say salt lick. Mineral lick is full of Hunter's All Game. I'm telling you, it's foot deep. Foot deep. I dropped what's the rock? I bought one of them.
Trophy rock.
Trophy rock. I dropped trophy rock in it and put some more of Todd's stuff in there. I think there was 6 doe in a group in it. I mean, they're wearing it out. Wearing it out. The other 2, I don't know why they haven't been using the licks, but I freshened them up a little bit too. Not getting no pictures. I'll get some doe pictures. Y'all can like it or not like it. I put some scratch feed in my deer feeders for the turkeys. This time of the year, it's going to be getting hot and dry. Things will start dying off. The deer eating all the cracked corn out of it anyway. I don't worry about whatever that issue is with the corn. I'm not putting whole corn. I'm only throwing 4 seconds at 7 o'clock in the morning once a day. So it ain't getting a lot on the ground. It's dry. It'll be fine. It worked last year. I had hens. I'm hoping the hens will come back through. I hadn't seen a hen yet. Well, I saw 1 hen, but no little ones. So anyway, that was my weekend. And, got to get back down there in a couple of weeks. My tractor's down there. My Samurai's home.
Oh, you brought it back?
Oh, yeah. I brought the old girl home. I got to bring her down here. I might go get her tomorrow and wash all the mud out of it so I can get I bought a whole new set of all the lights for it. The side lights, parking lights, I guess. Lights. Markers. The front lights for the blinkers. It's tail lights. One tail light fell out on me this winter, so I just took a pair of side cutters because the lenses are in 3 pieces. You got 2 yellow pieces and center red piece. They were gone, so I'm gonna replace all that.
Time to do a little maintenance.
Yeah. Change the oil in her.
Every year you bring her home and do a little tour.
Yeah, so I'd love to find some seats to put in that thing. God almighty, those seats will kill you. It's like riding a buckboard.
I know a feller.
Who?
Richard Adderholt.
What, he redo the seats? Or reupholster? Or got seats?
He'll have seats.
For a Samurai?
Yep.
Oh, we going to see him then.
I bought a couple sets from him.
Oh, well, then we're going to see him. But that was my weekend. I think you worked her.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was stuck in the 7th wonder of the world in Winfield, Alabama.
Oh.
Man, that was a jungle there. That thing was all... When we got there, it was just sweet gums and pines. And Jason, my brother, he's telling me, there's a building in there that we got to cut around. I said, ain't no building in there. That's woods. There was a building in there. There was a white block building in there.
Them saplings got so big you couldn't see nothing?
Yes, sir. I'm talking about it was thick.
How did y'all cut it? Y'all have a mulcher?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't know you had a mulcher.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I need that. We need to bring that down yonder for a weekend.
If I ever get my skid steer back, we're going to go down there and move them
Man,
brush piles.
I'm so tired of hearing that. When you going to get that skid steer back?
Well, we called. They're saying, no, we just had that motor all rebuilt. The guy calls and says that it's locked up.
The new motor?
Brand new block and everything. Come find out, the new mechanic, that guy, apparently he's not an ace. And he had he had put the motor in and not got it lined up right, and he bent the flywheel, and it was up against the motor, so it wouldn't let it turn.
So he thought it was locked up and his flywheel bent.
That's right.
Oh, God.
So guess what? Now they had to order a new flywheel, which that's on them. But they've promised me midweek, next week.
Oh, so you might get it back here before fall.
And then we can run down there and move.
How long has that thing been down? Phew.
Since before the first of the year.
God.
December sometime.
Yeah, I'd love to run down there. Oh, I had a tractor issue.
Yeah, you told me about that.
We got in there pushing out some openings. We pushed out one opening where we're going to go put a ladder stand in. We figured we found out that's where all the bucks were kind of hanging out before they come in the field at night. So we opened that up. And then up by the shooting house, I said, we need to open up a place right here. I said, we need to put a ladder stand off down in this holler. And we did that. Everything went smooth, looked good. I mean, looked real good. You can see them on the pictures. They look like little highways, you know, 2 buckets wide, pushed down. I said, really, I said, let's run back down to the end on the other side of the field and knock us a hole in on that, on the lower end. I said, there's a big deer trail there. I said, we open it up. We can get down in there. We'll have 2 or 3 spots to really watch for deer to come in the field. Got in there pushing, and the tractor was about halfway from the field into the woods, just knocking down little sweet gun saplings, that kind of stuff. Nothing big, nothing the tractor wouldn't hold. Had the bucket on the ground. It just died. I'm talking about boom, dead. I'm talking about dead. We're about 3/4 mile from the truck. Bucket's down. Tractor's dead. It's flashing some P026 code. And I'm going, oh, crap. He said, does it get hot? I said, no, this is not getting hot. It'll flash when it gets hot, because a lot of times, you know, you get those weed seed and stuff in there. And I already cleaned that out once. So I said, let's walk back to the truck. I got my manual. I said, remember that code. I said, we'll come back down in here, bring the truck back. I got my chain. I said, maybe we can pull it out of the woods. I'm thinking, man, how am I going to get this thing? I don't even know how I'm going to load it on the trailer with a bucket down. There's no manual anything. So we hook to the tractor, and it's already getting up 11 o'clock. It's getting hot. Tractor pulls it right out. I pull it all the way up the hill back to the shooting house. A little bit of a shade, but guess what? Tractor wasn't in it. Now I'm got the book out, and we're looking. P026 means a communication error to the ECM or ECU, ECM, whatever, the brain. See the dealer. Don't tell me what it is, just communication problem. I said, we broke a wire. That's the only thing. I said, the only thing that communicates a piece of wire. I said, we have broke a wire somewhere. And he said, there shouldn't be no wires under there. You know, they know a tractor's going to be, especially a compact. So I get to crawling under this thing, and he's on one side looking, I'm on the other side looking. Of course, we got the wheels chalked. Bucket's on the ground anyhow. And I look up, and where the parking brake set, when you set the parking brake, there's a switch. And all I know it does is turn a light on. It says parking lights on, or parking brakes on, so you don't take off running. And there's 2 wires dangling. They've pulled slap out of the plug. Well, the plug's hid. It's back they got a little piece of angle welded to the frame where you can't get a stick to it. But there's a little, about 2.5, 3 inch place where that wire gets to it from the switch. And they're just laying there. I said, there it is. That's it. I said, we got to find, but at the time I didn't even know where the wires went. It took a little while to find the wires because they're hid behind that piece of angle. We get it out, pulled out, sure enough. I finally get that end of the plug out, stick them in, just kind of plug them in. I want to just see if it works because I figured I could jump it out if I had to. Just have a parking brake light on. Turn it on. Same dang engine thing comes on, flashing that same code. I said, God, dog. And we're scratching our head. I said, I don't know what to do now. And he goes, you think it blew a fuse? I said, you know, it could have. I said, you know, the wires touched something somewhere in there. Well, one wire was out, the other one could have arced before the other one pulled out. And pulled the fuse box off, and there's 3 ECM fuses. 2 are 5 amps, one's a 10 amp. First 2 checked good, third one's blowed. And it gave me an extra fuse. Put it in there, turn that baby on, code's gone. Code is gone, tractor crank.
Did you replace those fuses? So you got an extra?
Well, I've got a 20, a 10, and one more 5, but there is a blown 5, and I will replace it, but I've got to order that switch. I meant to order it today, and I forgot about it. I got busy at work. But I'm going to replace the whole switch. That's the only way I'm going to get that plug, and I got a place I can order online, so I don't have to pay all that high dollar local dealer price. Because I know if I go over there, they'll be $100 or $200 or $300. Everything on a tractor, it's just like on a 4-wheeler, it's expensive.
Or a Harley.
Yeah. Yeah. Or a boat.
Yeah.
Boat, break out another 100 or break out another 1,000 is what a boat stands for. But anyway, that was and I told him, I said, I hope that was our snafu for the weekend, which it was. Everything else went good. I didn't push any more spots out. I didn't bush hog my roads that I want to. I mean, where I go off down the hill, I told myself I'll just come back and do all that. I'll put that switch on when I come back down and bring my Samurai back. So anyway, that was all of that. And so my weekend now, all I'm looking forward to is Friday and Saturday. My son's coming in Friday, bringing my granddaughters with him.
I'm about to say the granddaughters both getting to come.
They're both coming. He's going to stay until the 8th, I think. He's got to go back. His mother had been coming over there. He's got him for like the summer. And because his mother not going back with him, he's got to carry the oldest one back to her mother. So he's got to have her back on the 9th. So he's going to leave on he says he's going to leave on the 8th, spend the night, and then drive from North Carolina to Virginia on the 9th. So anyway, I get to see the girls.
Is the boys coming this weekend, the grandboys?
They should be, yeah, the two terrors. I need to, I may run to Mary Carter's, see what kind of 410s they got. Because I got to get him a 410. And then I'm going to bring him home one Friday with me. When I leave work, I'm going to pick him up and bring him home. Me and him's going to go up there and shoot 22s and then break out a 2.5-inch 410 bird shot. Let him shoot it a few times, get used to it, shoot a turkey target, do something, set it up about 10 yards away. Make sure he can handle it. He's autistic and noise is bothering, but he swears he can do it. He wants to do it. He jumped off that dang swing.
We couldn't even get him in the water the one time.
I didn't even want to jump off of it last year. It looked a little higher when I got up there. Yeah. Of course, I was a little bit into the juice. It was a long day. But anyway, that's what I did. So we got 4th of July coming. You're coming. Your family's coming. We should have a group over here. I can't guarantee what y'all see posted. We was drinking 120-degree Jack Daniels last year. So, Sad. My dad had done gone home by then, though.
Yes. Most people had gone home.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. So, anything? We got the deer show coming
next Friday.
I want to. I'm going to go around and talk to our game officials. They'll have a booth. I want to find out and see. I haven't read anything. You've read about possibly going to two does this year per day.
Yeah,
which is amazing. Our Canadian friends were just amazed that we could kill as many deer as we did now. Now we're talking about killing two a day.
They said they bring in their deep freeze when they come.
They should.
And a generator.
Yeah. So
I've never thought about that, which I think you said you had, but the way they travel when they go moose hunting and all that, they said they put the deep freeze in the back. When they back up to the hotel, they plug it up. And then basically it's froze all day while they're traveling. They get to the next motel, they plug it up. I'm like, that little deep freeze I got, the little chest deep freeze I got.
Would be perfect.
It weighs nothing. I can load that by myself.
But a moose,
but I'm
you ain't
saying,
getting in a little one.
But that's simple enough. Throw it in the back of the truck.
You need a long wheelbase, something you can put a full-size freezer in if you're going for a moose or an elk.
I think he said he put his in an enclosed trailer, a full-size, big deep freeze.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's got a nice trailer he can do it with. No, I had some close friends that drove to Alaska, which that would be my ultimate hunting excursion. Maybe one of these days, I don't know if you get to go with me or not, but if you can't, Rebecca, I know she'll go because she wants to go back and visit her old stomping grounds in Anchorage.
Yeah.
But they took a deep freeze and all their hunting gear, and they did a fly-in moose hunt in Alaska. And while they were where they parked, wherever their outfitter was, they plugged their deep freeze up so it was cold. And I call him my uncle. He's not really my uncle, but all practical purposes, he was my Uncle Sebring. He killed the biggest moose the outfitter had ever killed. I'm talking about width, big mass moose. And it was so big, they had to make 2 trips with the airplane to get it all out. He couldn't get. They had to fly back and put the head in with nobody in the plane. The moose was so big he couldn't get in his house. I don't know where the moose is today, but it hung at a feed store for years up in Nectar. I don't know if you know where Nectar is, but it's north, kind of, if you're going through Hayden on 160, like you're headed towards 79 Highway, Nectar's about middle ways in between there. So I was invited to go on that trip, but like a fool, I had a job. Fresh out of high school, like that was going to be my job. It wasn't even an air conditioning job. But so anyway, yeah, I'd like to go up and take a freezer, and as you're driving the old Alaska highway, they say if it's caribou season, you can park and get out and go out there and shoot you a caribou. Now, I've heard they're nasty eating. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'll eat it. If I shoot it, I'm going to eat it.
At least try it.
Heck yeah.
Pass around to your buddies.
Well, that's what I did with, I've never shot an antelope, but I ate antelope and I did not like it. But people's told me it's great. It must have just been.
I hear the same thing about duck, and I've tried duck everywhere, and I'm not a big duck eater. Now, I like the speckle-bellied geese. They taste like beef. I was going to get me a Canadian out here, but when they're here, it's spring, and it's not really goose season. Nobody missed one, but not that I do it anyway. Now they got little ones and all that kind of stuff. So, did my phone go off? Was that you? No, it was me. Oh man, I lost my bottle. God dog, I forgot about it. I was supposed to bid it. Why didn't it tell me that? Oh, no. Wait a minute. I've got to check this out. No, it sold. God dog. Or did I win it? No. Why didn't I win it? It sold for $310. My bid was $301.51. I was going to go $350. Huh?
God. That goes off. They don't tell me to bid.
It goes off after the auction's over with. That's no bueno.
No good. Oh, well, I probably need that $300 on something else anyway. Save them for hearing aids or something. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm going to check on that and see what they're saying on the deer. And I'd like to talk to some seed people. I mean, I know where I'm buying my seed, but, this clover thing has got me excited now. See, I told you all through hunting season, no clover, no clover, no clover, no clover. And then all of a sudden I've got clover everywhere.
I think it's because we didn't get no rain.
Yeah.
And turkey season, that's all it done was rain.
But I was down there turkey season. The fields were only ankle deep then. I saw no clover. So I don't know what went on. But I got it now. If I can keep it,
Now we just got to get on them other 2 fields.
Yes. Well, this is going to be my main clover field. This is because them turkeys love this field. If I can get that carpeted and we can get that one giant berm of wood out of there, she'll be sweet. She'll be sweet. I don't know where I'm going to push it to.
That one spot, you're going to have to.
I thought about burning it, but.
Hey, I'm down.
It'd have to be wintertime.
Nah.
It's green as a gourd now.
It'd be perfect.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's more dirt than it's anything else. That's going to be the problem. You burn it, and then you still got to push it out.
Well, we're making.
If I hadn't tore up my tractor or had to do my bush fix on it, I was going to see if I could push a hole through it.
Or try to roll it.
Yeah, I was going to see if it was rotten enough just to make me a couple bucket widths through there and push that out of the way. I could take it a little at a time if I can do that.
We'll take those grapples, and I can get a lot of the dirt out of it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Or we'll take the D4 down there.
Well.
And shove it off in the woods. That's the only thing I hate about using a dozer to clear with. I mean, it's always a mess.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could call the guy and probably for $400 or $500, he'd come over there and push all that out of the way in half a day. But you got to pay that $150 delivery and pickup fee. I mean, I understand it costs money, but whatever. I don't know.
We'll take the skiddy down there.
We'll try it.
Get it fixed. We sit in the air-conditioned cab.
Well, what else you got going? Anything other than deer show? We're gonna hang out at the deer show.
I'll be at the deer show because I gotta.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna come by. I'm actually gonna go Wednesday evening when they get there. Swing by and see if they need help unloading, and then after work Thursday, I'll swing by, hang out. You'll be there.
I won't Thursday. I'll be there Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Thursday's when they're coming. Thursday's when I'll swing by and help them unload if they need some unloading. Legacy bunch. Then Friday after work, I'll just swing by there.
It don't start till 3 anyway.
And I figure Saturday we'll both
be there.
Ride together. The girls going?
I don't think so. I don't know. They might.
I know Rebecca will go.
I know Laura will go. I just don't. We've never really stayed all day. So,
maybe they should drive separate.
I thought
if they want to go.
And then
Sunday, I may go or I may not go.
Sunday.
I mean, if there's a bunch of people wanting to see us, lined up every day getting autographs, I'm signing women's boobs and that kind of thing, you know, I might show back up.
Sunday, I think Grace is wanting to go Sunday and take Brody. Wait
a minute. What? You going to allow that?
They don't date.
This ain't the one she's dating?
No, this is my buddy Scotty's little stepson that deer hunts with us.
Okay, all right, whatever. Yeah. Whatever.
Hey, I tried to make that happen. I know that kid and his parents allow me to smack him around if I need to, but they've been friends since kindergarten, so it is what it is.
I got to buy a tree stand. I might see if I can find
a ladder stand.
Yeah, ladder stand.
You know, I bought another one of those ones I like that I'd bought 2 years ago that I told you about. I forgot I bought another one of them when they put them on sale. I was at my building the other day and I was like, there's a brand new ladder stand. If you need one, I've got a brand new one.
Is it light?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm going to put up one. How tall is it?
16 or 17.
Well, on the side of that hill, it won't really matter.
But it's got that nice Millennium.
Yeah, I know. That's the way that one I bought. I actually bought the Old Man. It's a Millennium.
That's what this is. It's Old Man.
Well, mine's not Old Man. Mine's Old Man, but Millennium owns it, so it's the same thing.
Same thing.
I bought one of them.
This one's got the full platform where it don't matter where your feet's at, and it's got the flip-out footrest and the shooting rail. And when you stand up, the seat folds up automatically. They're pretty nice, so I like them because they don't have that crazy stick that goes against the tree and all that. They got a different system for that. So... yeah, but I'm looking forward to the deer show.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Good to see Eddie and Mark.
Here's the whole deal. You know, I had quit going because it kind of nothing new and innovative was coming out. But now we know so many people.
Yeah, it's just
over the years
another place for us to go visit.
We get to go visit and see folks that we hadn't seen in a while. Get to see, like you said, get to see Eddie, get to see Mark Brenner.
And I think we've bought one of everything light, Scott. So I don't really need any light.
I don't need any light gear. I don't know what I'll end up buying. Last year we weren't going to buy nothing. I had that turkey thing. You bought the fan thing over there.
We some t-shirt buyers. Oh, we bought this too.
I'm not buying no more t-shirts. I'm t-shirted.
My closet is full.
I know. When I buy one t-shirt, I throw 2 away. My son will be here, so I'm going to clean out my closet.
I don't throw much away because once I get into that stage, I use them for grease rags. I'm always needing them.
Well, you want me to start saving them? I give them to the thrift store.
Yeah, I mean, I keep a tote at a time of rags just for greasing machines and whatever. But deer show.
I hadn't talked to is it Brandon, the BW guy?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's coming all the way to Birmingham. He wouldn't come all the way to Birmingham.
I don't know.
He was in Nashville though. I'd like to see him if he was.
Yeah, if he was coming to that,
I mean, we're going to be. I don't know what the booth number. Williams' booth is.
I don't either.
He's right in the door. I mean, you walk straight into
when you come in. When you
get your tickets, he's right there. So if you want to see us, we're going to be there 90% of the time, probably. If we're not there, we'll be in the back corner at Todd's booth. I was going to see if he didn't tell. I don't know about the booth number for Todd at Alabama Hunter's All Game.
It's on his. It's all over his social media.
Well, I'm looking at it right now. That's what I was going to look for. You'd say it was, but he posts like 4 million things a day. See, I'm getting. Here we go. Is it he is at booth 5214 and FS2. What is FS2? Far back. I think that's what it means. Far back. If you want to find Todd, you walk till you can't walk no more, and he'll be in that back corner. So come see him and buy some of his mineral. I'm telling you, it works. If you don't believe it works, you just look at some of my stuff. I've got it at my dad's house. I got it at the hunting camp. I've got it everywhere. I got it on my property. It's good stuff. You will not go wrong. But what else you got? Anything else?
No.
Are we done for tonight? Are we going to turn this thing loose? We're going to get done in... We ain't even busted an hour. Look at that.
We're close.
We close. I don't believe we can ramble. I've got us a new motto.
Do you?
I'm going to keep the one, my take care of the trees. How you like this? Came to me in the dark. And this wasn't AI.
In the dark.
You like that? That's like locating turkeys in in another country. Actually, we have located turkeys in another country, but I think I'm going to start using this in a lot of our posts. I put it on our social media. It's not just about the hunt. It's about the lifestyle. What do you think?
Yeah.
I kind of Googled it to see if anybody's using that.
Nothing?
Nothing. Now, somebody will probably hit me up and go, hey, because I'm going to be honest with you. Lynchburg Outdoors, I love their logo. God, I love their logo. I'd like to have it on a hat and maybe put it on a hat. I'd almost get it tattooed on me. But anyway. Well, if you ain't got anything else,
I think I'm good, man.
we'll wrap this thing up. That way you got to get up early. I'll get up early. I mean, I'm an old man. I get up early. So what are you paying cash? I might come over there and help you tomorrow. You got cash money?
We can't talk about cash on here.
Oh. Well, I'm talking about for me.
Yeah, I know, but
I mean, you 1099 me at the end of the year.
boy, you'd love to add to all the other crap you got, like me.
Yeah. No, I don't want to work tomorrow. It's going to be hot. I think I'm going to, you know what? Depending on, I may get up and go stripe fishing in the morning by myself. Rebecca's off. She said she'd go with me. I could keep 2 rods out if she'd go with me.
Oh, she's off tomorrow?
Yeah, it's preparing for the 4th. Like I said, you're welcome. Y'all welcome to come over here on the 4th if you want to.
It's always a possibility.
We'd ride out to Goat Island and watch the fireworks. 8, 9 o'clock. Whenever it gets dark. That'll be I'd like to have somebody on that boat could help me.
Legacy Game Calls.
Yeah.
They will be at booth 300, 301, 315, 316.
Yeah, they take that whole
As soon as you
square.
walk in the door, there's 4 booths there.
Y'all come see us. I want to meet some of you guys, gals. I've had a couple of people always going to tell us. I'm hoping Laura Adele makes it. I don't know if she's going to be healthy enough. I'm going to text her tonight. I think she's a night owl. Actually, she was texting me early one morning, so
yeah, it's hard to say.
So I don't know, but maybe she'll come. She was supposed to come to our little celebration here at the lake, but I don't think she's healthy enough for that for sure. I don't think she could sit that far in a ride. So, all right, you got anything?
No,
if not, I guess we see you guys in about a week. Got a good one lined up after this one, so pay attention. Meeting 2 Nation. Y'all have a happy 4th of July, or I hope you had a happy, safe 4th of July.
Be safe.
Well, hope you've been safe. This won't come out until the 7th. So we need to start paying attention to that. Of course, I never know. We've kind of getting a little bit ahead, so I never know when one's going to hit. We rotate them around. So anyway, all right, folks. See you in a week. Take care of your trees because that's where the turkeys sleep.